Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Rule the Waves as Russia in the middle of a big fleet battle. Well, at the start of it. So the orders have been given. Our ships have sallied forth. We're ready to meet the enemy. Good visibility. Very beginning of the day means that we are extremely unlikely to have this end because of nighttime, which is very good. The weather's not bad so far, partly cloudy, gentle breeze. And I think if this is their scouting force, then I think we should be in a good position to maintain the wind advantage. In order to keep things really simple, I've kind of given everyone initial orders, but I made things really easy on myself. I'm not going to change our battle line direction until I absolutely have to. However, I will pull this light cruiser out of the line just so it's clearly visible that that is not part of my destroyer line, my battleship line. And we'll get these guys to rise up a little bit more north of that line as well. They're going to speed ahead though. Trying to get everyone back into battle lines, line ahead. Everyone except for this heavy cruiser, who truly is going to go scout, and I'm going to attempt to pull the enemy forces south by using my heavy cruiser as a decoy. And the heavy cruiser is pretty... It's okay if she gets herself a little bit stranded from the rest of the force, because she can handle herself pretty well on her own, at least I hope. So, with all that being said, let's actually begin. Oh, we lost contact with them immediately. Well, I'm going to have to push... I don't want to lose contact with the fleet. It looks like they are headed south, which is a good thing. Okay, now that you guys have kind of shown me where you are, let's get you moving back. Okay, so now we have more ships to the south. Okay, this is interesting. It looks like we are going to be north of them, almost in the perfect wind direction. And I'm double checking myself this time. I don't think I'm getting it wrong. So how do I deal with this? I wanted to make the huge battle line turn as late as possible, and that's just out of character laziness. That's just pure laziness, not commander. If I could get all these ships to just maintain this perfect line, or even just sail towards into the wake of the ship in front of you, it wouldn't be that difficult to do in real life. Unfortunately, clicking all these flags and getting them to all go in the same direction, not as easy. So we're going to wait a little bit. Probably can't wait too much longer. What do we have going on here? Destroyer. Alright, well, at this point I think we can't wait any longer. It's time for us to start heading due west. So I'll just do this. Okay, let me try to get... Okay, this line, I'm going to use this line as reference. So click this one. I want to start clicking... Oh, I need to get these guys to go to 17 now. Click this one a little bit higher. This one a little bit higher still. This one a little bit higher. The idea here being that the people in the back need to turn the slowest in order for them to maintain the battle dispersion, the line dispersion. But I wanted to start speeding up the front unit just to give them a little bit of space. I'll slow them down to 16 for one turn, and then we'll speed them back up to 17. Alright, and every turn we're probably going to have to keep checking to see where the enemy forces are. I want to get everyone up to 17 though. That doesn't push our battleships too hard, but it's going to be slightly better than 16, right? So, okay, what do we have going on here? We still don't know. Heavy cruiser, light cruiser. Alright, this could be the main battle line. Yeah, we can't get sucked in. I would like to pursue this light cruiser, and I know this is a destroyer. Small problem with this game, I guess, that once you identify a ship and you are maintaining contact with it, even if it gets a little blurry, you would still have your previous identification, so. But that's okay. Yeah, here's 2 in a row. This is some kind of battle line, if not the battle line. Get these guys to slow down. This light cruiser group just needs to come form up. They're way too far up. And we're in decent shape, like I said. Even if both our battle lines end up running directly north, north-south, that would give us the wind advantage since we're on the east side. Okay, let's go back to objectives, use this line again. Gonna get everyone to run on the same line now. Should be a little helpful. I think, and we need, who's the next one to go up to 17? You. Good. Give them a second to disperse, and then we'll get the last two groups to go up to 17 as well. Okay, good. I really like the fact that we have very advanced scouting information. I really want to draw them north, though. Okay, here, this is almost surely their main battle line. Let's see. Okay. We need our heavy cruisers to stay away from this, though. And now we have to also think how we want to approach this. I think... because I want to try to come... I guess I want to come over the top and curve to the southwest, which is probably going to put me back at the wind disadvantage. But hopefully after we've exchanged blows and our lines have just shifted past each other, we might even choose to disengage at that point. I don't know if we want to get into just parallel lines running in the same direction, because I want to be able to close with them. The only way you're going to sink any ships at this era, this point in the technology war, is by getting super close. We don't have the weapons. The armor is better than the weapons right now. We definitely know where their battleships are, though. Okay, who's the next 17? It's you. Okay, give you a little bit of time to heat up. So maybe I can kind of divert them from going this direction a little bit, but not at the cost of a heavy cruiser. So you know what? Forget it. This is actually a pretty good line for us. If our lines converge as it is, it wouldn't be terrible. So let's just go ahead and let the lines run. This is it. We have our formation. This goes down to 18. These guys are already at 18. Destroyers are in good shape. Bringing up the rear, in good shape as well. Get this guy to 17 now. So just that 17 trick, I tried to stagger the battle line a little bit more. Now we just wait and see what happens. Bring our heavy cruiser back in, obviously. Okay, let's see what we're going to be dealing with here. Solferino class. They do have 13-inch weapons, but this one has very low armor. Trident. Same kind of thing, better armor. This is actually a conundrum of a ship. 13-inch guns. Tertiary guns, 14 7-inch guns. Yet its displacement is 15,000. 9.5, 9. Yeah, I guess that's how much the armor gives them. Because I feel like our ships are very similar. Oh yeah, okay. So our ships are much more heavily armored. Which reminds me of all these pictures I've seen of the Russian battleships. So they just look like they had huge steel plates welded to the sides. So good. Well, I guess we're going to find out in this engagement whether a strong defense or a strong offense is preferable. I'm actually going to zoom out a little bit more because I want to get... Let's do this line right here. I want these guys to be pursuing this line for a very long time. So I don't want them to converge for quite some time. Something like this. Should be good. Okay. So our shift has happened. And you can see that this is why I want the ones that are further down the line to be aiming a little bit further south, because I want them to come and connect with the people in front of them. We're kind of overshadowing right now, which probably means I'll have to make another battle turn. How do I want to do this? Okay, I know what I'm going to have to do. What we're going to do is just turn the first unit first. So we'll probably slow everyone back down to 16. No, I'll just get them to speed up to 18. When we're about to engage, so it's probably about time for us to go to full battle speed, which for us is 18. We'll leave extreme flank speed of 19, only if we really need it. I mean, we'll just stay at 18. It's commander's decision. It looks like we have one of their heavy cruisers kind of toying with the line here. We have longer range guns, so that should be our advantage. In fact, they're using 8-inch guns, which I think are not good for your main armament. Remember that I had a penalty trying to use that. So it should mean that our heavy cruiser would actually be better than theirs. Alright, for the time being, we're going to revert our line back to this so that we stay in formation. Kind of the pain dealing with all these. Okay, at least our heavy cruiser has found her way back into the main battle line. This light cruiser's getting a little too far ahead. We want both of these guys to probably pull off a little bit. Okay, we are firing now. And very soon, our battle lines are going to smash into each other. Looks like their ship turned away. And now we just nose our way in. They have the lead on us a little bit. So we'll make our first turn here. Go up to 18. And now we're just going to work our way closer and closer. Okay, let's get... actually, you're kind of okay. Destroyers, come back. Since I messed you up a little bit, you'll have to return with a bit of speed. You guys turn this way. Heavy cruiser's going to take the lead formation. Okay. Well, we're starting to fire. It looks like... No, we're identifying still. No engaging yet. Right at the edge, though. And here we go. All our training, everything, comes to this point. It's being brought to a head. These got to go 18 because they're in good shape now. And now I will be doing very tedious micromanagement of the battle line because hopefully we can edge out a small advantage just by being well formed. And Admiral Tortuga's line had better be well formed. I have put myself aboard, by the way, the Imperator Alexander II, of course, role-playing purposes only, but if she ends up taking some serious damage, I may, maybe I'll just have everyone go to AI control. Be kind of fun. This is very interesting. Okay, we have more reconnaissance now. We know what they have in Ocean class, which is... Yeah, they have pretty light ships. Wow. If someone can explain how this is possible. Okay, they dropped their speed by 1 knot. They have 4 13-inch guns instead of 4 12-inch guns. I'm always amused by how the weird systems they come up with to get 15,000 tons. Because this one has 14 9-inch guns. That's what my heavy cruiser is carrying. These are not light. On top of that, she actually has 11-inch belt. A 9-inch turret. I mean, okay, the 9-inch turret isn't going to matter too much because these are only dual turret configurations. So that 11-inch belt is pretty thick. I think I have 2-inch decks, so that's one place where... But 5-inch battery, I mean... This is a very good ship. I'm surprised they were able to manage this with only 15,000 tons to work with, but it's a good ship. I would be a little bit afraid of that. And does that mean we're engaging? My lines are out, so we would know. Yep, there it is. Okay, we're coming into contact. Their 13-inch guns actually should have less range than mine. It is their 12-inch guns. Well, if their 12-inch guns are firing, mine should be as well. I guess they're slightly ahead of us, so they're able to lead our ship more, and we'd have to fire a little bit more out of range. I can reduce that just by... I want these guys to go to 18 now. 18, 18, good. You need to turn. You need to turn in like this. Okay, we're good, I think. Yeah, we'll just keep turning more north to get our lines to run more parallel. Ooh, wow, first hit was on this Sphax class. The Spera, good hit. Wow, a 12-inch gun too. Well, that'll teach this ship. Just warming up the batteries. 4 7-inch guns. This is such a strange design. 3,300 tons, too. I've never seen the like of it. It's bizarre. Well, it's extremely light. I don't suppose they'll miss too much if they actually lose that ship. We'll keep curving up. Each one's just going to follow the tip of the lead formation in front of them. That will hopefully... These guys have one more turn. Oh, these guys have to go to 18 as well. And these guys are lagging, so I'm going to put them to 18 immediately. And this guy, one more turn and then 18. Okay, looks good. All right, here we go. Now our battle lines just slowly merge together, and we see what happens. This is where the game of chance, which by that, of course, I mean my crew's excellent gunnery. It's all up to that. Little twists in the line. Oh, I don't want to make too many subtle corrections just because it would be better to let them get there. Okay, good. Our light cruiser is the first one to land a hit on a battleship. That's not what I would call it. That's not good. Light cruisers, we almost don't even want them shooting because they're going to distract the firing solutions of our other ships. Okay, and the Noctu Voin, first one to land a hit, a real hit, on the Solferino class, which has pretty low armor. We do want to close. I'm not trying to head more north to make these lines parallel, even though it's kind of costing us a little bit, because I really want to get close. Not so close that torpedoes are launched, but as close as necessary to be landing hit after hit. All right, here we go. Oh, Cheeky Breeky is the first one to take a few hits, but the Marengo class really blasted her. But taking 2 heavy hits, it's something, but it's not enough to really do damage with these massively armored battleships. Okay, we've also now taken hit with Noctu Voin. Our heavy cruiser took is firing 5-inch guns. Yeah, this is kind of why I want these light cruisers to fall back a little bit. I'm going to get this one to kind of turn towards the middle. And I know it's a little bit tedious to babysit all these guys, but okay, they're still landing many more hits than we are. Redoubtable hit, near miss, right by my ship. What in God's name is going on here? Oh, heavy flooding has caused her to detach. Well, that's not good at all. Oh my gosh. Is her rudder hit? I don't see any reports. A fire started? My goodness. Holy cow. Like at this point, you have to turn completely around. All right, so the Imperator Alexander III hit the Marengo class, and my flagship has hit the Solferino. And the Petr Velikai, less than 50%. Okay, well, we don't care about the fuel. What in God's name is the... I can't control the cheeky... What are you doing? What are you doing? I can't control her. She's doing her own thing. It says heavy flooding damage was the reason why she was detached, but she doesn't even have heavy flooding. Well, I don't know what to do. I mean, it's... just try to get her back. Good God, what are you doing? Okay, can I, like, click another ship, click back? Okay, that. Go towards that. Don't do this. Whatever you're doing, don't do that. Don't do the thing you're doing. Oh my gosh. Oh, what? These are destroyers. Get them out of here. These guys can loop back around. You can rejoin, and you guys are doing okay. Alright. Cheeky Breeky, what in God's name are you doing? Okay, we have reestablished control. And we will get her to the tail of this formation as fast as possible. Okay, well, that was exciting for all the wrong reasons. And the Cheeky Breeky is taking hits. Well, that's no surprise there. I don't know what is going on, but the Imperator Alexander III, 2 more Ocean-class hits. Very unlikely that we're even hitting the same ship twice, so just a spattering of gunfire going here and there. We need to get closer, which we really are starting to get closer. Oh boy, that was the Cheeky Breeky I controlled. I want you guys to pull back a little bit more. You don't have smokescreen? No. Okay. Fair enough. We are edging ever closer. Let's look at torpedo range. Do any of my ships have torpedo range there? Okay. So we're looking at about 1.5 nautical miles is torpedo range. We're good. So there's something like this. I don't want to get into torpedo range because my battleships, of course, don't have torpedoes. But other than that, okay, we'll probably drop these guys' speed back down so we can reform the line after the Cheeky Breeky had to pull off. We're still getting in some good hits, though. It started off poor, but I think since a few of the initial hits, things have gone better for us. You know, every time I say that, it switches on its head again. Okay, 18, 18, that's fine. We just need these guys to be... they're okay, actually. They're okay. And the Cheeky Breeky can now form in. Okay, good. Okay, we took a secondary hit. Hold the line. Hold the line, men. Ooh, my. Okay, so 6-inch hits. Secondary batteries, these are going to be very expendable because remember I pretty much sacrificed all of their armor. I don't even know if we have details on the armor here, but... Oh yeah, battery's only 2.5 inches, so... They will be very susceptible to damage. Okay. I missed that, sorry. Imperator Alexander. Oh, whole pass-through. Good. She's reformed. She is definitely smoking, though. She is on fire. Well, that's really not good. That's really not good. We'll put that thing out. Alright, I think our line is perfect, though. I'm not going to try to change anything or do any fancy formation changes this late in the game. So here we go. We just ride this one through. Those are not big hits. I'm only looking for 12-inch hits. It's the only thing that can satisfy me. And really the only thing that we can hope penetrates. Even against their 8-inch armor, which is pretty weak, I think 6 inches is just not going to do much. Near miss. Okay, and then Fromtoff hits with a 6-inch. Like I said, we'll just be ignoring those. You are actually able to get 19 out of that. That's pretty cool. We need you to because you have to maintain the line. Okay, Marengo, these are all 6-inch hits. Not important to me. And we are very soon closing. No, we're about double torpedo range still. I'm still going to start shifting north more because we don't want to get much closer. Hull hit. They're all pinging off our armor. A hit is a hit, don't get me wrong, but for now, nothing really to write home about. Trident, another hit. This is with our 12-inch guns. That's good. You can see that this battle is probably going to be a very long, slow slugfest. Okay, here's the slugfest beginning. 12-inch hit. Nothing and nothing. Very good. I'm cautiously optimistic. Could always send our destroyers in if we want to disrupt their formation. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. We will attempt to break them off in the middle and, you know, just basically cut off, take them piecemeal. So we're going to flag over to the Imperator Alexander III. No, actually the Imperator Petar Velikai. He's going to do a little bit of maneuvering in order to let the destroyers through. So it's going to kind of take him off the line, but we need a small gap so that my destroyers can eke their way through the middle. Okay, nothing very interesting on that turn. They are turning back away though, so that's good. That's what we want. Everyone's 18, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, another hit penetrated. Minor stuff overall. Let's see if I have my trajectory correct. Alright, let's get... As they're passing by, we'll let them know. You're free to commence torpedo run. Looks like it's going to happen perfectly. An engine room hit to the flagship. Oh. Oh yes. She has to pull off. Oh boy. Wait, no. No, she's okay. I mean, she disengaged from the... She separated, detached. Oh, the Nakuvoin is the one who detached because of heavy flooding. What is this heavy flooding people speak of? That's really not very heavy flooding. 18 with you. Slow everyone else down to 17 just to give her a little bit of time to get everything under control. Okay, now turn high. I think it's still... No, actually turn with them for a moment, Imperator, so that they can continue to squeeze through. Okay, like so. Like so. Oh, a few hits. We didn't return with any of our own hits on that turn. Okay, we want you to now curve up. Bernie's going to be doing her own thing. She'll squeeze between you two. Looks like it worked out. Another hit on my flagship, and the heavy cruiser is the one landing the hits. Okay, hopefully that's only for the time being. I think things are going to change as soon as our destroyers get through. So, this is where they're going to go crazy. Alright, so we hit the Marengo class. Probably really just not doing very much damage. But once we pinch off this line right here, hopefully we can take these guys. Or we ourselves will let them go and we'll try to take these guys instead. Divide and conquer though, that's the game plan here. And now we want to really pull hard at these guys. If we're going to choose to go at them, we want to go at them squad max. Let's go everyone to, let's get these guys to 18. These guys already are at 18, so go 19 because you're about to be overtaken. Yeah, and we're just going to start edging our way into these guys. They're already reacting. This is perfect. While this happens, I'm still going to let my other battleships in the rear, bringing up the rear, to, continue. Which is why it might be better to let these guys go. Cheeky Breeky's still on fire. And let these guys go and take these guys because I can't roll over the top of these guys. I can't bring my rear elements. I can't bring any of their gunfire to bear. But it looks like they're willing to engage us anyway. So if we can get them to engage, then we should still have massive fire superiority. These guys have already done their job, so I'm going to have them return to the very end of the line. In fact, we'll split this one off this way. We may do this even without losing a ship. I don't care. They don't have any torpedoes. It's kind of a bluff sending them over. Basically, the French ships are not very well schooled. They didn't do their homework. They don't know that these ships aren't really a torpedo threat. So they fell for the bluff. They turned away. And that is going to be just enough to allow me to fall back in. Gosh, Cheeky Breeky, you are just smoking all over the place. So we'll get these guys to go back in. May lose one or two, but, you know, to secure the win here, absolutely worth it. Okay, get you to come back in as well. Did we launch a single torpedo? I really don't think so. We did hit the Sulfurino with our 12-inch guns. Okay, yep. All right, here we go. Only damage to us, besides 6-inch gun stuff. Good. The flagship has hit one of their ocean class. Very good. Okay, let's actually drop back down to 18 because I don't want any minor damage which just causes a single knot to be lost to cause me to rearrange everyone. We're just going to preemptively have the fleet ready. Okay, it looks like they might be turning, so let's try not to let them disengage. Fromtoff got it. Okay, good. I think we've hit that trident before. Oh, good. Wow. Okay, now 6-inch guns. Belay that. Excitement is... Okay, well, we'll keep going. Our destroyers are now safely back. Mission accomplished. Well done. They still caused the whole turn away. We may actually be causing the entire line. Oh, boy. Knock New Void just reformed, and that's going to mess up my lines entirely, completely. Alright, we have this ocean class. What we can try to do is just pick off, if they get really messed up in the confusion, we can try to take advantage of that. Okay, Trident class hit again. We hit one of their light cruisers. We also hit this Trident class. Yeah, we're actually doing pretty good damage to that Trident class. We'll try to keep that up. But now we're really peeling over the top of them. So the Knock-New Void is just going to be spinning around in circles. She'll be lost for a while. She'll probably detach a little bit later again. We, in the meantime, are going to try to move in for the kill. Huge gap in the line thanks to our destroyers. We can get these guys to all go, let's say 21. And one of these guys is, there it is. Okay, good. So let these guys all reform. The Cheeky Breeky's still bringing up the rear. It looks like she's finally put out her fire. It's taken her quite some time to do that. And this is the confusion I was hoping for. We just have to hope we can take advantage of this. Ocean class. She's even going the wrong way, and she's spinning towards us. Okay, I'm going to flag down to Spera and Efstafi, detach and engage the ocean class. Cheeky Breeky to follow in as well. Perfect. Okay, well, the refuse is about to hit the fan right about now. We've singled out this ocean class, and we're moving in very hard on her. The Knock-You Void did detach again after her little pirouette. And now the Imperator Alexander II is actually leading. Probably not with the flagship. I mean, it seems fitting enough for the flagship to be in the lead, but probably not logistically sound. Alright, another hit on this Trident, who's taken a few. I was hoping this Ocean class would be the recipient of some gunfire, but it looks like she's the one dishing it out instead. Yeah, and they are turning away. We will try to pursue the best we can, but the jig is up. They kind of are onto our plan now, and they're trying to re-coordinate, which is smart. Okay, but maybe we can get some ships. Wow, this Cosmo class took a pounding. This is such a strange ship. This is different, actually. This is 4 6-inch guns. Look at no armor on that thing to speak of. Pass through for the Framtoff, and another superstructure hit that penetrated the armor. Another hit. Jeez. They are really discouraging us from taking this Ocean class. Nothing in that one. We really should try to form our lines again. So let's have you slow down to 17. You go up to squad max. Oh, well. Then never mind. Why don't you drop down to 16? Okay, so it looks like we're dropping the whole formation down to 16 because, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to let the Imperator Nikolai, I think that's the one that's going slow, yeah. I'm just going to let her slowly drift back. I'm not going to disrupt my whole line just for one ship. It's just not, probably not a good option. We could be in for a real surprise here if we don't do something about these enemy destroyers. Okay, they've turned away. That's good. And they are, well, they're just inside torpedo range, so, oh gosh. My escorts, I wasn't really keeping them in the right position. Hard enough keeping all these battleships, much less controlling my destroyers as well, and my light cruisers. Alright, Aknir, just come down here. You can form up with the second formation. Trident. Yeah, we have landed a few hits on that Trident. But what kind of armor does this one have? Yeah, I mean, some of those should have been penetrations for sure. Let's continue to roll over the top. Maybe we can get them... Seems like they're disengaging. But they do have some... Nope, they have some ships up there. Okay. We'll just hold on to our... Try to hold on to our formation then. Actually, just stay here and drop your speed for one turn. Octavoid will just... You'll just slide in right behind the Framtoff. These guys will... Evstafi will let you in. Okay. Well, I'm going to call this the halftime. We've gone almost 40 minutes now. Things are looking good so far. I think it's got to be dead even. Okay, so yeah, sure, we've sank a destroyer. I didn't even notice this happen. Looks like the Cheeky Breeky has been reignited. She is now back on fire. So we might be losing, I would say we're probably losing the battleship engagement slightly. I mean, not in any way that we need to be concerned about, but just like if the points, if you tallied them all up, we're probably a little behind. But I'm going to call this video to a close here, so we'll pick this battle up in part 2 in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.